Hmm, is it working? Okay, hi guys, and welcome back to Plague Evolved. And you know what that means? A new update just got out, and not any update, but the oh no, not the multiplayer, but the scenario creator update. So now we can create and publish our very own custom scenarios. Yes, Evolution 9 just got out, or Evolution. I think it's version 8 but evolution 9 because there was a little bit of unsynced, and this scenario creator is unique to the Plague Inc. Evolved for like the PC version. So yeah, it just got out and I can't wait to try it, and I'll have to launch it, and it's apparently on like a different what's it called, another, it'll open a different window because it's a completely different program. And I'm going to do my scenario there, and wait me just a second until I switch to the other one. Alright, and this is the Pele Ging scenario creator. So yeah, not too much fancy looking as you can see, but hey, you don't need really that much if you want to create a scenario. We have some options, some files over here, and load scenario as you can see, because you can create new scenarios. So from what I understand, it will be very detailed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you from now. I'm going to separate this episode into two parts, to say like that. First part, I'm going to go ahead and create a scenario from scratch, and in the second part I'm going to try to give it a playtest, and we shall see how it goes. So yeah, let's get it going. So which parts of a scenario you can always change your lab settings by pressing the lab control button sidebar. Okay, so scenario data. This allows you to edit basic scenario info such as title, icon, as well as more advanced options such as alternative. Oh, that's interesting, but oh, so this one is locked for now, so we can use this one. With our disease lab, allows you to create a custom plague, modify basic stats, transmission and abilities, and world back to modify country attributes. Well, we might need, but I don't know, does this count as like where the starting country? It doesn't say where the starting country is selected, so I'm going to go with just disease lab, and maybe we'll see in the end after all. And I'm going to say from now that this is not going to be any plague, but it's going to be the very recently infamous Ebola plague. So that's how it's going to be. So we have a lab control, which gets us back to this menu. That's lovely. And if you guys would wait just a second. Alright, we're back, and I just opened the CDC control and prevention page, the official CDC prevention page for the Ebola virus. So I'll have it like right here in the background. You cannot see it because fraps is only recording the game window, but I have it right here in the background, and it will like help me to create this plague like as accurately as possible. And I'm not sure if I can put any music in the background. Maybe I'll see some other kind of music, maybe, I don't know. So, scenario name. Give a name to your scenario. Well, that should be fairly easy. Uh, well, actually, that should be like the plague name. Or I guess the plague name is like what's it called? The yeah, I forgot whatever it was called. So, scenario description. Oh, this will take a while to figure out. Alright, so this will be the description. It's pretty basic. I don't really have enough time to go throughout description. I guess if you really wanted to, you could like go ahead and read it from the Wikipedia. So yeah, new highly lethal. Oh god, my English is like horrible. Uh, uh, lethal. How do you spell that? God damn it. Alright, there we go. So a new highly lethal virus has just recently created a widespread outbreak in West Africa. Although the virus has been previously discovered, from what I understand, this is the first time when it caused an actual outbreak, producing panic, death. There should be a comma there. Panic, death, and destruction in 4 countries as of yet. So yeah, not really my best. I'm not really good at literature, so I guess there could be improvements there. But I just want to go to the scenario. From here we can actually choose like a sort of image, or even upload our own. That's interesting, but I'm going to leave just a standard image from now, and maybe we'll get one later. So you're creating a custom disease. Players will skip disease selection and begin to the game with your custom plague. Deactivate the disease lab to allow the player to select which. Oh, so this is if they want to choose like a different disease, but we won't want that because it's like it'll be a virus. So yeah, the plague name. So this will be like for the plague name, we'll just call it AVD from the Ebola virus disease. It's not really that accurate, but it's a viral hemorrhagic fever, and from the family Filoviridae. Yeah, let's see what else. So in-game introduction. Oh, these are like the pop-up title and the pop-up descriptions. Oh, right then. Do we really need to complete all these? Hell, this will take a while. So let's just go through all of them, and I'm going to just complete them and read them afterwards, because if I stay at each one and complete them, it's just going to take way longer. It will have a starting country, and we're going to choose it. Custom victory condition. What can we choose? Like, oh, to have a trait, a certain trait. Right. Whoa, so many traits. But no, it won't have a custom victory condition. Scenario score adjustment, I don't think there's that. Event restrictions, or whether events that may not be relevant. But we won't have, it will be off. Log difficulty. Oh, so it will only have like a certain, it would only be played on a certain difficulty. That's interesting, but no, it won't be. Gene selection, yes. Allow cheats to use genes when playing the scenario, sure, they can use them. And custom start dates, it will be off, it will be on the day it starts. So yeah, and now let me just fill up these blank items, and I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are with the in-game introduction and the starting country. So welcome to the Ebola scenario. You can read it right now, but I'm going to read it like once I'm actually going to play it. So yeah, just a little bit of briefing here and there. I might like improve it later on. The starting country, as I said, it will be West Africa, and apparently you can select like the infected percentage, death percentage, or zombie percentage. However, you cannot do like 0 point something percent for some whatever reason. So I cannot put like less than 1%. But as I said in the briefing, you started with like in an ongoing outbreak, so I'll have to start with a little bit of infectiveness. So we'll just assume that 1% of the population has been infected, but it won't be like entirely accurate on that side. So that will be like the very basic description, and that only took me like 15 minutes. Lovely. So this video will take a while and a lot of editing. So let's go to starting stats. It will be a virus. Yeah, we can select the disease. Oh, we can also select the disease template. Yeah, all the changes to the existing one will be lost. So yeah, that's not a problem. It will be a virus. Then starting infectivity. Oh, we can select this kind of thing: starting the severity, starting lethality, air transmission rate, and all those. Wealthy country effectiveness, cure requirement, mutation likelihood, infection increase, infectivity increase speed, and minimum infectivity increase. What's those? It does not change to the new value immediately. This is the minimum that it will change per day. Oh, I get it. I get that. And about severity and also that. Corpse transmission, I believe, does the Ebola possibly transmit through? I know it transmits through fluidic contact between urine, saliva, feces, vomit, and all that. But I'm not sure. Can it also potentially infect through like dead people? I'm not exactly sure, so maybe we won't move on that. And DNA points plot. Oh, this is in the how much they will receive at the very beginning. So there's a lot of tweaking that we can do. Uh, Transmission. Oh, so this is all those that we can put or remove. And we can click to click or add a new existing trait or add a completely new trait on our own. That's really cool, and the same is for symptoms. Oh boy, this will be a lot of work there, man. Oh, it already pains me to think about how much I have to work around here. Alright, so I believe this will be it for the core, for the very starting stats. I didn't make many modifications because many of the traits and transmissions will actually come from the transmission and symptoms. So I just increased, like, bumped up a little bit the starting lethality. I also bumped up the hot effectiveness, the hot country effectiveness. I reduced a little bit the mutation likelihood because apparently the Ebola virus hasn't mutated yet, as of yet. And apart from that, then I also increased the DNA point spot at the beginning, and apart from that I just let anything on the default. So now the fun will start. Alright then. So we can reset all traits or remove all traits. What does this reset does all that, and by clicking them we can actually change their description or even tell them if this is a starting trait, the trait cost. We can also modify it. We can oh, that is the grid position, which we can also click on it. The trait icon, well, we can change the icon and overlay, and the numeral, wow, and the hex color. Holy crap, there's so many things. And these are like the changes that that trait will actually do. And cross-country transmission and environmental resistance, and change to cure research, and also advanced statistics. What's this preload trait? Already evolved at the start of the trait scenario. Yeah, can devolve, determines whether a trait can be devolved. Oh, this will be important, and multiplies the cost of devolving the trait. I think that should be more than 0, because it's a virus, so it will be not very good to de-evolve traits. Trait dependencies. Oh, if any trait requires a certain traits to appear, a trait could become available when at least certain traits have been evolved. Wow, that's awesome actually. Well, okay. We are going to go ahead and reshape this entire map over here. This will take a while. Alright, we're back. I did interrupt the recording for a little bit because you would not believe just how long it took me to put all these traits, because apparently it does have some of the traits, some of the generic traits, like the water 1 and water 2 and air 1 and air 2, and basically I did not need to create new traits because they were already existent in previous plagues. But for some whatever reason, the traits from like plagues like the Necra virus or the other basically less sort of known viruses, or the I guess maybe also the Neurax swarm, they weren't really available, so I have to recreate some of them. For example, I wanted to recreate this urogenital expansion and gastrointestinal expansion just to increase effectivity over the like contact to through like what's it called, body fluids. Also the zoonotic shift, I have to recreate it so I can allow like animal transmission. All these are already available, so it was easier once I finished this. But hell, there is a lot to say, and I have to admit that it's really fun to create all this, to choose from all these interesting overlays, and also these icons and overlays, and also numerals. Yeah, it was fun, and that this will be for this will be the traits panel, and now we will move on to the symptoms. And yeah, there's a lot of work to do here as well, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip to when it's finished. Alright guys, here we are back with the symptoms finally finished, and I'm going to go ahead and save it because I don't want to lose all this work. This has been a little bit easier because all the symptoms that I really needed we actually have. There is a little bit of space over here that I could potentially use for something else. I was thinking about it, but it just got left out. So yeah, as we know, it has like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, and there will be starting traits. So it will be very brutal. The dysentery doesn't have it. You also will have like rash, skin lesions, and internal hemorrhaging, because we know that lost blood or blood loss, actually, whatever, is the main reason that it happens, but it happens both internally and externally. So that's why I'm going to get these two. There are some say that they have been reporting rashes, but some say they haven't. So I'm going to have to like sort of unlock it and hope for the best, while these ones are unlockable. And then we have headache and fever that are unlocked, and also muscle pain. These are like muscle pain, I made it myself. And then all these other symptoms are evolvable, including from coughing, as also, but is much more expensive. So you can just hope, like if possible, to like maybe receive it from a mutation rather than evolving it yourself. And also you have paranoia and insomnia over here, that you'll have to evolve both of them if you want to get coma, because I made a few conditions on coma, so it will be a little bit more difficult to get. But you already have like pretty lethal symptoms. I'm not really sure why would you need that, as always, but also. And yeah, this will hopefully be with the symptoms. There will be a lot of tweaking and testing that will need to go into that, but we'll go back to it later. And then there is the traits. This will be a little bit easier, because we pretty much have almost what we need. I would like to like make the heat resistance as a starting trait. This will not be a starting trait, neither this will be. All this will be non-starting traits, and this will also be a non-starting trait. Although this will appear when the player first starts the game, unless you add dependencies. Oh, so it needs to wait. So does this mean that it's starting with it, or that it's oh, it's different. Wait. Preload trait already. Oh, so that's why. So starting trait means that it will appear, and preload trait means that it will start with it. So okay, I'm going to have to do a few modifications. So okay, we'll make this starting trait, this starting trait. This will be an actual preloaded trait then. What else? I'll have to go back to symptoms and make change to preloaded. So this will be a starting symptom. This will oh, which one else will be? These are already starting symptoms, so I'll just have to make them preloaded instead. A little bit of muscle pain to do them, but hey, I can use it. There you go. This one as well. This one as well. Maybe skin lesions, not it won't be, but it will be evolvable because it has these two near it. So it'll be good to have it. We'll have this headache. This one is also created by me. Oh, and it looks exactly the same as the fever. So I'll have to change like the icon overlay to something else. So the coma is that. Hemorrhagic shock is that. So we can change the headache to like just a slight like that. Yeah, I think it works. Alright. So back to that, this will be a preloaded trait. This will fever will also be a preloaded trait, and also nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and muscle pain. And also from muscle pain, I also like reduced the infectivity, and because yeah, it's like a little bit borrowed from the simian flu. And yeah, that will be with the symptoms. Abilities are pretty much the same. I'm thinking about making, but I cannot add events to the scenario, so this won't be it yet. But I was thinking about adding like a vaccine sort of thing that will be against the Z map. So I was thinking about different events that would be there, and it will be like very interesting. For example, we would have like the ZMAP experimental vaccine, and then you could put like these two make it useless, but I was also thinking like if you would evolve paranoia would make the people crave the vaccine a lot, and many people will vaccinate themselves with it, and then if you get the vaccine counter thing will just boost your infectivity and severity like crazy. Also thought about some different events, but apparently that won't really be the case. So I guess I'm going to save this scenario. You can go and save as, but I already saved it over here. So a file name Ebola. We will override the file, yeah, no problem. And I guess I'll see you guys next time with this scenario when we will actually go ahead and field test it in a full proper action. Actually, before I go and do that, I want to check out real quick the world map. So I cannot, I believe this will be the more advanced options. So this will be the, oh no, the scenario data is actually this one. Oh, right. So event restriction, so we'll have to add a new thing like events, which is yeah, you know, alpha game is alpha. I'm not going to bother with everything, but yeah. And if I go ahead and check world map, we can like change country data, wealthy, poverty, country description, use default extended description. We can also change air routes, ooh, and sea routes. That's really interesting, but I'm not going to mess with that too much for now. And yeah, that has been yeah, no problem. I haven't made any changes there. So that has been the scenario editor. I'll see you next time with it in action. And oh, did I put this one for yeah? We will see you next time with this scenario in action, and hope you guys enjoyed this sort of creating video, or let's try, or let's build video, or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I guess I said that like 100 times. Just like, favorite, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. No, it's all over now.
Communication, this is how we do it.